cold. I'm with Marty G, bro. Flying Hollywood chicks to my Hollywood shows. And I want to tell you something that you probably should.
All right, that was our intro from the other room via Nathan.
Filtered through a bucket, a series of buckets on the way to the microphone.
What happened? I'm just gonna send it to you guys. 'Cause fuck you guys.
It's a cup on a string situation, Travis.
Hey, I can't help it. I have shitty internet down here. I'll send the file to you guys, and you guys can play it from now on. So fuck you both. The amount of work I do for the show and how you guys treat me, it ain't fair.
Dude, that's a staple of our show is that intro.
It ain't fair. Yeah,
That's true.
the staple of our show.
It's like
is how prepared
endearingly
we are.
bad.
We get people to crank up their speakers, and then we just start talking and pull their doors off, but then we keep the same volume level the rest of the show. Some people should take notes.
I think Matt does take notes every show because he watches every single piece of content on the IFL website.
Dude, we're not even a fantasy football show. We're just a content generating machine.
Dude, credit where credit's due, though. Matt, he's always up on a soapbox about watching content, but at least he puts his money where his mouth is and watches content. So he's not just yelling about it and then not doing it.
Yeah, nobody ever said that.
No, I'm just saying, like, credit. Just give him the credit deserved, I suppose.
So you're saying he's just looking for credit?
No.
What are you trying to say then?
Tell me, Travis. Tell me.
I was trying to say the words that I already said.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You want to maybe use a bunch of synonyms and shit? I can, I guess. But
Speaking of synonyms, Travis, what synonyms would you use describing your performance this week?
Oh God, he's jumping right in.
Because he was going to start talking about it before the show, and I had to mute him so he'd save his breath.
All right.
life support. That'd be a good one. Life support. Vegetable.
You traded for Sandeo?
I did not know.
Ooh, I never posted that.
What else we got? Feeble. That'd be a good one. It's bad. It's not good, though.
I feel like you mentioned some stats before we went live on your team.
The saddest one? The saddest stat?
Yeah.
So, hold on. Let me call out my offensive lineup from last week, just so people can get a real handle on the magnitude of this stat here. As soon as I find it, hold on. Here we go. We're getting there. This is a lot of suspense.
This is live.
Just building it up.
I haven't found that page. This is really good use of airtime, I gotta say.
It's really good when you don't remember who you started. That's the sign of a good lineup.
Okay, so we had Adam Humphries, Jermaine Kearse, David Moore, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and honestly, I couldn't tell you who the fifth one was.
That's good. That's hot.
Who the fuck was it?
Let me just tell you.
Who the fuck was it? Is he not on my team anymore? Did I drop him?
Kyle Rudolph.
Ah, right, Rudolph.
Rudy.
Yeah. So that was the squad I rolled out, and even with that atrocious lineup, and after I traded away a whole bunch of my starters, I still scored 30 more points than I did with my full team like 3 weeks ago or whatever it was, 4 weeks ago.
How about that hot stat I dropped on you yesterday, where Adam Humphries was 16% of your team's points?
Yeah, no, that made me feel real good. I like that one. Good stat.
I think it's dropped a little bit since Monday because I think we got a couple guys go on Monday. But
I mean, to be fair, he put up like 34 points. So
yeah, I told you he was good when I sent him to you. You fleeced me, Travis.
Dude, all the people I've quote unquote fleeced you were just people you're just like trying to get rid of.
Dude, you fleeced me.
You're like, take Trey Boston. Take this guy. Take Adam Humphries. And then they just both pop off as soon as I have them, which I'm happy about. Don't get me wrong.
I'm going to look this up. The fleece and you laid on my franchise to send me back years.
Dude, Joseph's been popping off since I entered you too.
Yeah, right. Vikings had fucking like 10 sacks in the game, and he grazed a dude once.
Yeah, and assist.
Yeah, dude, you fleeced me. You got the Buffalo Bills offensive line.
Yeah, those
Chandler
guys. Whew.
and Adam Humphries and a 4th rounder.
Dude, sometimes I cry just a
All right.
little bit right before I go to sleep when I think about my offensive line choices. The Raiders put up negative 5.6 on Thursday. Oh,
Man. Did you ever start John Gruden, who I sent to you too?
I don't think I've started. No, I was actually just gonna drop him and pick up the next best coach
Anybody
off the
else?
waiver.
That's $1 million well
Please.
spent.
Yeah, please get this motherfucker off my team.
That's hot. Nathan, how's your week?
I won. So that's new.
Could you be? I forgot about that picture.
Yeah, that was the Veg Head Sendejo. That's a throwback.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Well, no, that's a throwback to our show when we were talking about Sendejo. How he was
He only tackles with
Travis
his
said
head.
he was Travis said he was going to be a vegetable pretty soon.
No, I said
So,
he was going to retire as a vegetable.
And Brad was kind enough to gift us with this Veggie Tales football player.
I was just about to ask, where the fuck did he get the base image for that?
I don't question Brad. Where he's getting that. Let's see. Who did I play? I played Josh.
Oh,
So, yeah, I wasn't too afraid. I think before the game, the night game on Sunday, he had like 98 points.
what'd you end up? What was the final score? Did you double them up?
273 to 1. Oh, no,
Nope. It failed me, Nathan.
sorry.
I asked you to double them up.
I can only do so much. What about you? Let's see, what was your score? Oh, you got straight dick.
At least I lost to a playoff team. Yeah, dude, my week was not great. Yeah, some dudes just didn't perform well. Made some horrible lineup calls. I don't think anything that really would have saved me from the loss, but could put up a better performance.
Oh, okay. So I've got a relevant question here for you, Spencer.
Oh, sent you one? hell?
Yeah, submitted by Anonymous.
Is it Jason asking about Anthony?
No.
'Cause we'll just end the show.
Hold on. No. The anonymous asker asks, how's your pursuit of Stephon Anthony going?
I didn't even hear what he said.
It's the Stephon Anthony question.
Yes, that was the pursuit of Stephon Anthony going.
Not good. Nathan's just holding on to him.
Yeah.
He's taking the Dean approach. Nothing but all my firsts.
Yeah, I want at least 3 firsts for him.
Dude,
He's a young, up and coming linebacker in that defense.
Yeah, dude, that's a steal. That's only half of your firsts.
I think it's a fair price.
yeah. I think or
Dean's still
Jason,
throwing out first round picks.
I told you guys
2 weeks.
years ago, or not years ago, weeks ago. Years ago, might as well make this. Might as well be the same. But he is not going to get rid of LaShawn McCoy.
Oh, no.
That is the boat anchor analogy for his season. LaShawn McCoy on $30 million.
Dude, I don't know that he could have got rid of him even if he was asking a reasonable price. I don't know if there's anyone that would have taken him.
Yeah, he sent me an offer. I said, you would have to give me a pick to take LaShawn McCoy.
But he's the future.
Of what? So, first of all, even if you did somehow believe he's going to turn it around, nobody can afford $30 million, and he's on a one-year deal.
You tell me you wouldn't send Calvin Benjamin a first and a second to get that absolute monster on your team?
I would probably rather have Calvin Benjamin. I have the best running back in Buffalo. I have Chris Ivory. Oh man, that'd be something else.
We put odds on that.
I'm gonna bet yes, he's gonna do it just for the hell of it. That'd be hilarious.
Dude, I think Dean's strategy is just to attempt to brainwash everybody. He's kind of like the fake news of the IFL, where he's just, if you say somebody's worth a first enough, you're just hoping that somebody falls for it. So you just inundate the league with like, I want a first from McCoy, and just hope to God that somebody's fucking smooth ass brain just comes in and spice.
I don't know if there's a player on his team that he doesn't say is worth a first.
Well, the real
his
question
punter's worth a first, I bet.
Is there anybody on his team who's actually worth a first?
That's a question.
Smith? Quan? Quan!
That's probably about it.
I
know Jordan Hicks wants your firstborn for.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what he's going to do with it. I mean, give it more power to him. I've seen the guys draft board, and it is second to none.
You were telling me how hot that draft board was.
That draft board is hot. And if we don't, as a league, come together and figure out his strategy, 2 years, he's going to be on top. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I don't know where he gets his info. So many sleepers, so many cheers.
You said it was so well organized and color coded, like almost professionally done.
Yeah, Kurt tried stealing from it. So if we don't try and shut that down soon,
he's gonna rule us all.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jason says Beckham. He's got Odell. Do you guys think Beckham's worth one on that contract?
The contract, I forgot these days.
It's $25.5 million, and it expires this year, so you'd have to tag him.
Yeah.
The tag money was fairly comparable to what he had, so whatever. It's a minimum 50%.
It would just be an extension, yeah.
Where does he rank in wide receiver currently in this setup? He's number 7. He'd probably be he would be the highest paid wide receiver outside of any crazy free agency stuff, which there might be, because Antonio Brown will be a free agent, assuming he doesn't get tagged.
Wait, he's going to be higher than Devontae Adams?
We're talking wide receivers, man. We'll get to that Devontae Adams trade. Yeah. Speaking of wide receivers, and I know we're really focusing on the AFC here, but
what else is new?
there's going to be some hot holdouts in the wide receiver room. Whew. Curious to see how those shake out.
Thielen's going to hold out probably, right?
For sure, unless he gets injured. He's, even if he keeps at a somewhat decent pace of what he's been doing, he's likely in holdout territory. And the person who's right at that number 5 spot, Devontae Adams. Can Mark survive a Devontae Adams holdout?
I mean, you just have to. I'm pretty sure you just have to let him go. I don't think he can. He doesn't have the cap space to pay another dude top dollar.
I bet you he could convince Dean to give him all of his picks to put Devontae Adams on 100%.
100%.
Tell him he's taggable.
Shit. Yeah, that's it's gonna be tough. I think he's only gonna rise because the top 3 guys haven't had their bye week yet, so he's gonna maybe gain some ground on them. Hopefully. I hope Mark's prepared, man.
Dude, it's actually crazy to me that Julio is number 6 with 1 touchdown of the year.
He's got, I think he leads the league they're second in the league in yards or something like that.
I mean, he's got a fuck ton of yards. I mean, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be up there. But it's just surprising to see somebody still ranked so highly without that TD swing.
Yeah. Damn. That's it's interesting, man. When we get closer to the end of the year, holdouts can be a fun show.
Be special. We can get Statman status.
Yeah. Also, okay, so here's my thing. Why would you pay a 1 for Beckham when either the options are he goes into free agency and you can just bid on him, or Dean tags him and you can bid on him with that 1 anyway?
Because if you trade for him, you get him the
Like you guarantee it and you get it. Well, for a couple games, I suppose. If you're making a playoff push, it matters. But
and then you also have the rights to keep him forever. Like if he gets bid up to $50
that's
million
not how the franchise tag works.
next year. I mean, if he gets bid up to $50 million, Dean can still keep him, which I hope.
Yeah, but come on,
that'd be hilarious.
What? That's not a reasonable number to say he's going to get bid up to.
I'm just saying, like he has the final say if you're a franchise say.
When's the trade deadline? Is it Thursday? With these 2 days, I think it's very possible that we see Miami get Odell for like a 4th.
Dude, because Miami does not have the money.
Dean bends over for him. It's so easy. It's so ridiculous how easy Brad bends over.
Dude, Brad does not have the cap to do that.
Yeah, I tried to send him a realistic. I was looking to send him a trade offer. And I was
but he's got big dollars to spend. He lets everyone know.
He's got picks, but he's got nowhere to put the players.
That sounds like poor management.
Yeah, it's $25 million in cap he's got to figure out somewhere.
Yeah.
How the hell is that going to happen?
I don't know. I haven't looked at his team. Do you think I'm an expert in Miami Brad's team? I'm not.
I don't know. Maybe.
Don't come at me like this.
Apparently you haven't tried to trade with him.
I have tried. I usually just put up the instant wall because he's like automatic devalue your players, and let's get the trade started or trade talk started now. So I just usually just be like, nah, don't even come here, Brad.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for him to make a big move like that because there's unless he moves off Breeze and gets a different bye-week quarterback, he can free up cap that way. But
even Breeze, like he's still 10 mil short of somebody like Beckham.
Yeah, it has to be like Breeze and Kuechly.
Yeah, you've got really linebacker. What other linebacker?
Is that Aquaman Nate coming in?
Devalue. Yes. 100% devalue.
Did you say devalue or Dean value?
I mean, I think Dean's learning from Miami, so it might be Dean value.
Gotcha. Let's see who else we can shit on today. What other teams do we need to shit on?
Well, why don't we go to our pour out? Or we're on the pour one out. Let's not shit on the pour one out because that's awesome.
One thing that I want to point out is people who want to say they want to trade, and then you try to talk trades with them, and then they like don't respond for like 3 days, and then you ask them, "Are you okay?" and they respond immediately, but then still don't answer any of your trade questions. And then you send them 11 trade offers, and they sit there for 3 days, and they don't respond to any of them. That bums me out, man.
This sounds like a very specific person.
No one specific, but just if that happened.
11 trade offers is a very specific number.
I mean, yeah, but I guess they got the loss this week, so like, what can you do?
This random non-specific person got the loss.
Despite having the least amount of points scored against them on the season.
All right, you are adding more and more information. It's not going to take Sherlock to figure this shit out.
I didn't say what conference.
You can say lowest score, though.
In the conference.
Well, yeah, obviously, because you can't trade with the other conference.
Whoa, pump the brakes, Sherlock. Oh, man. It's tough out here. Tough out here to make trades.
It is. It's really tough to make trades because nobody. I mean, this was, I feel like, the 1 year where we had so many people selling that the buyers just could. They had the advantage this year. Like you couldn't get a fair price for your players.
Yeah, there was a definite surplus of sellers this year.
For sure.
And the buyers, all the buyers are fucking tapped.
Yeah, and I don't want to say Kyle is a cheap ass, but Kyle's a cheap ass.
Made that play for Devontae in the offseason.
Devontae is going to be stud. I think Dallas Bryan and I actually made a bet in Vegas, and he said Devonta Freeman was going to be 350 plus point player this season.
I really wish Matt would release whatever video he recorded me in Vegas asking me if Darius Leonard would score 250 points.
Oh,
Did you say
does he
yes
have a
or
video?
no?
Yeah, he took a video. I'm not sure if he kept it, but he's at 223 right now. So, I mean, he could, like, fall on a couple guys and get 250 for the remainder of the year. And he missed a week, but
You drunkenly stumble around.
That
on
was
the
such a
field.
bad
It's
pick.
deleted.
That was the worst pick of this.
I know. It set my franchise back for years.
Dude,
At
I
least-
like how he's still the number one linebacker. He didn't play a game and he's had his bye and he's still number one.
By a fair margin.
Yeah,
Me
that's
and
fucking stupid.
B. Jordan and I just celebrate his goodness every couple weeks. We're just like, oh, so good.
You guys just getting like a Google Hangout, at each other.
It's more text based.
Do you guys just stare into each other's eyes?
Over text, yes.
No, FaceTime.
No. We
You know,
should, though.
D. Jordan doesn't text. He FaceTime.
You like prop the phone up next to your pillow as you go to sleep.
Dude, might as well. We share a basketball player in common in the IBL. Oh, message him every time he gets a double-double. Not every time, but a lot of times. Jared Allen just doing work.
Dude, how you gonna break it to Khalid?
Don't bring the IBL shit in here.
Just saying, man.
Also, I don't like the IBL as an acronym, or every time I hear it, I just think IBS.
Yeah.
So it's not a good series of letters. I don't like it.
I feel like you're projecting.
Shit out of my asshole. That's what I'm projecting.
Speaking of another topic we covered before we went live.
Charles' new job.
Canned air turd cutting. That's all you need to know. $1 million idea, boys. Get in on the ground floor.
No more context needed.
Yeah. Really looking for turd velocity and angle.
Oh, boy.
Dude, do we have any more fucking questions? Why aren't
No.
people doing our jobs for us?
I do have a question for you.
Nobody wants to contribute to our content. We're just
How-
expecting to do this.
How did Cleveland Kyle trade Devontae Freeman to a playoff team?
Dude, I don't know.
Wait, was that an actual question? A mailbag? Bang.
Yes, I
Nope.
submitted it right now.
Submit it to myself.
How did he trade Devonta Freeman to a playoff team? Future.
I mean, he's got one more year on him, but just try to put yourself in David's shoes, which are probably weird.
Like,
You're
put
sitting
your
there
whole
like-
body in them?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here, like, preparing for the playoffs. It's the trade deadline. What can I do to put myself over the top? Can I trade for a player on injured reserve? Yes. Sign me up. I get it. I get there's a play for the future, but it's not really time to plan for the future. You could have got Devontae Freeman in the season for probably the same trade.
Also, man, I've never been a Freeman believer, dude. I mean, obviously he's been injured this year, so it's hard to say that this is, proof of that. But still,
Yeah,
how you gonna pay $28 million to a dude coming off of fucking the season where he played like 8 snaps because he's just been busted to shit?
that was kind of the idea, paying the guy $28 million.
We were just debating whether Beckham was worth paying that much and paying giving up picks for. And then David goes and pays fucking Devontae Freeman that.
Granted,
He didn't give up a 1 for him, but
yeah. I mean,
still, who would you rather pay $29 million? Odell Beckham Jr. or Devontae Freeman?
Well, since Coleman will be gone next year, Freeman. Duh.
That's a fair point if he's making that play. But again, if you're a playoff team, you're like, you know what, I should really do plan for my future.
Yeah.
Why can't you do both at the same time?
You can do both. The man, I mean,
I'll give him credit, man.
What do you want to? He gave up his last draft pick this year. The last one.
Yeah.
So what do you want him to give up? What do you want him to try? He doesn't have anything.
That's all he's got, man.
I want him to get a player who's playing this year, so he doesn't just get steamrolled in the first round of the playoffs. I don't know.
I mean, he made a pretty big trade with Nathan for like Landry and shit like that pretty recently.
Yeah.
And yeah, to David's credit, he's pretty much always inquiring about stuff. So
always.
I wake up just sweating, cold sweat. I check my notifications. Denver David. Always.
I'm just saying, your team averaging 292 points a game. You have your division locked up, and you go and trade for a player who's not going to help you this year.
Well, yeah, even on IR, he's paying him $2.5 million.
Yeah,
it's like that's cap space that's valuable, especially to a playoff team.
It was a bizarre move. Not saying it was a bad move, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
So we have two guys in the AFC. We have David, who sends, I don't know, maybe 1 million messages a day, maybe low ball, and you have Kurt, who sends 3.
Unless they're in another channel about a bunch of topics and not responding to your private messages.
No, I guess he does talk a lot in the video game and college football. A lot. He talks a lot about Fuke and Potato.
I didn't hear you there. What was that?
He talks a lot about Fuke and Potatoes.
Oh, I thought you said something very different.
Did I miss like the context behind that, or is it literally just because Brenda's Irish?
Did you not watch Kurt's video? Did you not support the content?
God, Travis.
In this league?
Travis has not watched the other.
Dude, I'm like pretty behind on content. I watched the newest RNT, and by newest I mean probably second newest now.
Well, don't say that. He's heading hunting for you now.
Actually, I think it is the newest one that I watched.
He's firing up your Slack right now.
I think it's the newest one I watched.
What's it about?
It's the one where he was like all sad about Luke at the end. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago or two ago.
Just grasping at straws.
No, I'm telling you what the fucking episode I watched was. I just don't know whether it was the most recent or if it was 2 ago.
I do need to watch the newest Stadium Junkie. I have not done that. So, Barry, I'm sorry. I didn't
wash dishes. Get some earbuds in. Yeah, we should start accusing people of not watching our show. It sounds like all the rage.
Well, Kurt barely watches the show. Barely chats with us. Doesn't send any questions.
But he's here. He's padding that viewer count right now.
Yeah, just
viewers from Hawaii count for 2.
That's true. It's a little-known YouTube stat.
Got to corner that Hawaiian market.
That's where all the advertising dollars come in. Fuck. What else we're gonna do? I feel like we didn't get any questions. We're fading.
Well, don't we have stuff to talk about? We have a sheet.
It's pretty bare. I just kind of winged it.
Well, what's the playoff race look like?
See who can avoid making the playoffs in the AFC.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's going, honestly.
That last playoff spot, people were like, nah, fuck, I don't want any of that business.
Yeah, it looks like Jason's got a pretty firm hold on it.
I'm sure Matt might take a run at it, but he's 2 games back. Travis, you are in the 7th seed right now.
Yeah!
Can Matt get his second back for Adrian Peterson?
Dean might be down for it. You never know. Franchise tag. I mean, he's not dead yet, but he's 2 games back. And
Kurt can't watch her show. most weeks, but he can post propaganda in our channel.
Dude, don't worry. I got it queued up. Dude, I want to just leave it on that thumbnail. That's a dope thumbnail.
It is.
I will say, Kurt was one of my favorite people in Vegas. Favorite
Yep.
people, by far.
Dude, I love Kurt's rants.
Outside
Mostly
of it,
like everybody, there's like so many people in this league that have their own flavor of rant. It's so fun to like just watch different people just fucking go off.
Did you watch Kyle's today?
His rant? No, I was fucking busy all day. Voting, doing my civic duty.
You didn't have 2 minutes while you're waiting in line.
you
to vote?
weren't taking a shit.
All right, I probably had 2 minutes, but
Did you not wash any dishes?
You weren't.
no, I did not wash any dishes today.
You weren't testing your little air cannon.
My turd cutter, no. That has very specific times where I can test it.
Can you walk us through that?
But I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
I don't think it is.
You don't think so? The little you put the little nozzle. You know how it goes, dude.
All right.
You probably have to like squat up though if you're self doing it. I was more envisioning, you got a helper.
You gotta have like
It's a 2-man operation.
Yeah, it's a 2-man job. Or woman, we don't discriminate. Just, make sure you put what the job description is on the posting because that will land you in prison.
Oh boy, oh boy. Can we switch back to something relevant real quick? I feel like we left the AF or the NFC in the dark here.
why do we care about the NFC? We never talk about the NFC.
They actually have a playoff race going on instead
Oh
of
shit, yeah they do.
people wimping into let's see who can avoid getting
Trying their hardest to not make the playoffs.
The North is tied up and the South is tied up. And one of those guys, Andy Jordan, is all in the race for the wild card. It's heating up. Flawed fell back another game.
God dang it, Flawed. Mustache.
Damn.
Let's go.
Did Will clinch?
Yeah,
Will clinch the West?
like halfway through the year.
I mean, there's 3 games left and he's up 4 games. Was it really halfway through the year that he clinched?
I mean, pretty much. Somehow.
Who are we as a show going to back for the NFC for our playoff team? The
Like,
team we are going to root for.
To make it all the way or to make it into the playoffs?
Oh,
I feel like we gotta get a team there first and then make our playoff prediction for our NFC team.
okay. Well, then let's pick the team that EG. Who's going to get the EG stamp for the wild card?
Well, we got to pick who's going to win the division in the North and the South first.
Mills. Duh.
Going to win both? Hell of a feat.
He's a magical man.
So who's winning the North then?
I've already said this multiple times. Barry.
I mean, that's tough. I mean, I beat Barry, but Nick beat me. I'm going to have to go Nick. Travis is the tiebreaker on mute for some reason.
I don't know why he's. Yeah.
Just getting that turn cutter out. Just working on it.
Travis, Statman, we need you. Unmute yourself. Come back to us.
Guys, I'm trying to watch this video.
There's better times to watch this video.
Of course there are, but I'm getting railed about it. Why am I presenting? Did I click the button wrong?
No, I did
I
not.
don't want to be presenting. Get me off of this shit.
You need to make the tiebreaker.
Dude, I got to be honest. I was not listening to what you were saying.
I know. That's the whole point of this setup.
Our EG stamp. Who's winning the North and who's going to win the South?
Who's going to win the North? Who's going to win the South?
Well,
Okay, so I think Nick is going to win the North, and I think
you guys be haters.
and I think Nils is going to win the South.
Oh,
We'll triple up on that Nils vote and Sorry, Barry. Got to give it to Nick because he beat me, and I kind of dumped on you, and I don't know what to say.
I feel bad because Carlos is the original DG stamp of approval.
We're not saying he can't win the NFC. We're just saying he's not winning the NFC South.
Okay.
That's
As soon as
what I'm
the
saying.
playoff races are decided, we need to come together. We need to put in the time. We need to put in the prep work, and we need to pick the NFC team that we're going to put our stamp of approval on.
Do you know what the name of the show means?
Yeah.
We're not going to put any prep work. We're just going to make snap judgments based on very little facts. That's what we've built this franchise around.
Dude, why is it so purple?
Why is there not like?
It's like the same color as the fucking Slack sidebar.
Why is there not the poll? Why can't I see?
Am I ill? Do I need to see a doctor?
Maybe.
Doc, I got Slack forehead. Is it terminal?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, where's the option? I can't. Where's the poll, Kurt? Fucking do your job. You can delete messages.
Disgusting
make a
black
poll?
pepper.
I voted for B.
Dude, it's gotta be forehead.
Is that like 1 pixel? That's very uniform.
Yeah, it is.
That's Photoshop.
Why you gotta switch the numbers around?
Dude, it's the same question, Kurt. That's gotta be wall, right? There's no way there's such a wide variance in color on my own forehead, right?
The wall, I don't know. The first one might be like if I'm looking at your screen, right above your bed frame, it looks purplish on my screen.
Does it?
A is forehead, B is wall.
Dude, I fucking nailed it. Act like I don't know my own walls and forehead.
Anyway,
Yeah, right there. Nate. That's fucking ridiculous. Also, anybody watching this after the fact is gonna be like, "What? The fuck are they talking about?"
that's the beauty of a live show.
This is the one beauty about our show. We can interact with our guests at the same time as the show. No other show can do that.
That's
They're
true.
called viewers.
It's like Good Morning America with a live studio audience.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't watch talk shows.
Dude, it really looks like you have like just a super itchy crotch.
I do.
You're not going to explain it, you're just going to roll with it.
No, it's a dog.
That's good.
It was just like enough of his head.
Shit. We need to pick the wild cards then in the NFC.
I thought you said we weren't going to do that.
I never said. I said we're. Oh my god! Do you listen at all?
Dude.
DJ.
Go DJ. That's the DJ.
I'm going Barry and DJ.
I'm going to go Nick and DJ. On the
Man, that South is just getting shafted. But hey, I missed the playoffs last year, going 10-6. Anything can happen.
I wanted it to be Claude's year. I really did. He's a muscle.
Also,
But-
Travis, you said there's only 3 more games left. There's 4, man. We got a doubleheader coming up.
Oh yeah, true.
Do you pay attention? Do you watch content in this league?
Do you watch content, motherfucker?
Dude, I've been advocating to get rid of doubleheaders for years. For years.
Well, propose the solution. What's the solution then?
Dude, I already proposed a solution with the
Where is it?
like the.
I haven't seen it in
Dude, I
Iowa.
got a fucking spreadsheet.
It was his final solution.
Yeah, it was
Oh, I actually do. I do remember.
frowned upon.
Like you did their average or whatever.
Yeah, you took like 4 quarters of the year and averaged them out. Well,
Seems like
average
a
3
lot
games.
of math that would piss people off.
It's not.
Travis is a statistician.
Dude, how is that? You add 3 numbers together and then you divide by 3. Oh my god!
Dude, what are we, rocket?
How, that's not just. That's too many numbers. I quit.
I think you need to
We
be
should
up,
people quit over more.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Fuck the police.
I think you need to bring that back up to Braff and Jai, even though Braff won't listen.
No, Jai Braff actually brought it up to me recently, which is why I remembered that I had that spreadsheet.
What did you tell Braff to go suck it? Tell him to lick your left nut?
No, that's a weird way to talk to people.
Usually frowned upon.
Brad's like, hey man, didn't you have something about averaging playoff numbers, the game numbers? And I'm like, suck my dick, bitch. Don't talk to me.
Very angry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a weird way to talk to people.
I got the same mic, D. Jordan, as Spencer. He just keeps his off screen because he's got a fancy amplifier. One of those.
I do have a fancy amplifier.
Can you send me that? I'll buy one so I can have a decent sounding mic.
No. I've already sent it to you.
Send it to me again.
Nope.
Again.
Nope. Is it cool now that I have this microphone in camera?
like
So I look cooler?
Dude, can I?
What did
Oh, there it is.
I don't know if I want to click that. I'm going to be real with you.
Dude, I clicked it. I click shorten links all the time. No mercy.
Oh, Stephon Anthony.
All right, now I got to click it. It's not even a good picture of him, man.
Dude, this mailbag is like a dog's nutsack right after he gets neutered.
Non-existent.
Very graphic.
That's a mental image that accurately reflects our mailbag.
Just a scar of lost.
It's a
hope.
sad, empty, droopy sack of flesh.
It's a good way to describe the show. I should put that in the tagline.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I go to create shows that ask me for hashtags, what would you hashtag that? Or
Hashtag-
keywords, I guess.
No,
Hashtag turd cutting.
let's put this up to the viewers. We need hashtags for our show. This is your chance to be involved in content and give back to the community.
Yeah, when people jump down your throat later during the off season about not creating content, you can point back to that and say, I submitted a hashtag to EG. Get off my nuts.
That's our hashtag.
Why are you coming at me, Kurt? Why are you coming at me?
The hashtag for our show should be "Get Off Our Nuts,"
Get off our nuts.
aka Air Turd Cutter.
Why? Nathan's nuts look like dog balls.
And Kurt, they don't count unless they're in the mailbag.
Yeah.
You have to email them.
That's
Very
forever in
bureaucratic.
your sent folder until you delete it.
Watch he'll delete this picture. 100%. Watch it disappear. This is a real dead point of the show.
As opposed to all the live ones we've had.
Dude, we haven't even been talking about football for like the last 10 minutes.
Look at this one. Breaking news right now from Bleacher Report.
Oh no!
Negotiating with Dez. What kind of an impact does this make? Let's get real.
It doesn't.
People get to talk about it on the radio and internet and everything other.
A radio show.
What?
And our show. We're like a radio show.
Yeah.
Better. Because you can turn it off at any time and not feel bad.
Yep. Oh, I was going to ask people for suggestions for when things get real slow. Pick us a team or submit a team for us to pick apart for no real reason and just shit on their team. Because that's what we were doing for like 20 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, there we go. There's a new segment. We just choose a team and we just scrutinize their moves for the past like year, and then we just shit on them.
Yeah.
Everything that didn't turn out, fuck you, you're an idiot. And we get out of the league, boot them.
You know what we missed doing this year? We didn't do our classic EG segment. Each of us pick the quietest person and harass them on set. We failed at doing that.
What better time than now?
Who are we gonna go for?
Well, everybody picks one individual. I think there's a way of finding out who's the
Dude,
least.
guys, this feels a bit like cyberbullying, I gotta be honest.
That's what I signed up for when I started the show.
Like internet bullying.
Yeah.
in trouble every time.
Is it internet bullying if they never watch the show?
I think
That's just entertainment.
there's no victims.
If the victims are unknown.
Jason
All right,
votes Chris.
Chris. Okay, that's just. I mean, that's so.
Also, guys, I gotta be honest. I'm not in all the chat rooms, so I don't know.
know.
There could be people that talk all the time in chat rooms that I don't pay attention to.
Oh, that's great. Good job, Kurt.
You know, one of my favorite moves in Slack is to put an emoji on someone's comment and then wait for them to like agree to that emoji, then take mine away. So they just look they selfishly put an emoji on there. I did this to you earlier today, Nathan.
I remember who I called out last year. I think I called out Minnesota Wade, and he got very pissed at me.
Good.
Is that an unexpected response? I harassed him constantly, and he got mad. Would you believe it?
What a dick. All right. Who's taking Chris?
Let's save that segment. No, let's just save it. We got to think on this.
Dude, there's a lot of off season to go, man.
Yeah. That's like an off-season thing. Let's move that to EG off-season. EG on
because we keep track of that stuff.
We need to have EG off-season specials where we need to have weeks where we just don't even mention football. We just rant about turd cutting and how Sendejo's going to be a veggie and shit like that.
Oh man,
yeah, we can just randomly try and solve the world's problems, whatever.
I feel like this show is just going to be evolved into like life coach type show.
But a horrible life coach.
EG life coaching. We could.
It's a spin-off series.
Here we go.
We'll give you educated guesses on life.
You have your new show, EG Life Coaching. Send in your mailbag questions.
What have you always wanted to know how to do? We'll just figure it out.
Yeah, we'll do our research.
Nope. Just fucking.
Yeah, no, you fucked it up right there, dude.
EG pro tips. I like that.
I think Kurt could probably give us a really sweet show emoji for that. Pro tips. I like
just the tip, though. No further information.
Oh shit! We've really gone off the deep end. Can you tell that we've been eliminated from any sort of competition? How do you guys feel about that whole once you're that the league that starts up halfway through or whatever, once you've been eliminated, that MFL thing that people posted?
It's for bitches.
Okay.
Wait, what does it do now?
There was I think Brad posted it. Somebody posted it. MFL was promoting this. Are you out of your league? Or have you been? Or have you lost your league, but you still want to be relevant to fantasy football? It's like a mid-season draft.
How about play in dynasty leagues and prepare yourself for the future? And you're in a fucking dynasty league, so the season.
So you want us to prepare ourselves for the future, but you rail on Denver for preparing for the future?
He's a fucking playoff team.
That's 7.
All right, pump your brakes, Tron, Nathan. I can't understand you when you're talking so much.
It says HD on my end, so.
You what about a D?
I think it's you. It's because you have DirecTV.
No, Travis looks fine. I look fine.
Yeah, thanks, man. I need to pick me up like that today.
You're welcome.
After you got compared to a wall color.
But yeah, you're in a dynasty league, which I don't know why anybody would play MFL for a redraft league. It seems very clunky and unnecessary. But yeah, you're in a fucking dynasty league. Try to get future players on.
I mean, it's not all that much different than doing daily lineups. Yeah, it's obviously a longer period than that, but also, it seems dumb.
There used to be a bigger daily group in IFL, and that really like fell apart right away.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The channel's still there. There's probably nothing posted in it. I play just about every week.
Well, we used to have
Family
Family Feud too, and that's gone. I also have a channel called EGS Special Episode. Guess what happened to that?
Never happened.
Canceled us. He gave it to somebody else.
No, they just never did it.
Move.
Speaking of, I'm going to leave that channel right now. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, good call. Get out of here.
Apparently, I'm in a channel with nobody else. I will leave this channel.
Dude, it's you and me, baby. We're holding it down.
I like to keep this one alive. I might stay in it. Nope. Leaving.
Family Feud. There's 0 people in this channel.
Where's your content?
Oh, I have the option to leave and archive it now that I'm the last person.
Oh, get it. Archive it. Save all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's only downhill from here. Anything else we want to cover before we're done?
Dude, I think we're at the bottom, though, so I think it's just level from here.
Should we just start climbing up?
Nah.
Getting that real analysis in that last 10 minutes of the episode?
Sure.
Yeah. Just dense, analytical performance. That's not the right word for that. Whatever.
Who you guys playing this week?
I got Indy.
You gonna crush it?
I mean, I'm hoping so.
He's on slide down, isn't he? Been losing.
He's lost two, but
I think you can catch him.
I think Dean's girlfriend had a bigger Adam's apple than Indy Eric.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
That's how you take it. But Indy Eric is.
That's what Dean said.
That'd be a good study. Somebody should do a statistical analysis of fantasy football success to Adam's apple size.
No, I think Indy has a couple guys on bye. So I was looking at a team.
I mean, I beat him. I don't know if that changes your opinion.
So he loses Alex Collins this week.
Okay, I don't need that kind of analysis. Are you going to beat him or not?
Out. Who else has he got out?
I crushed him by 6. Like, he's still recovering.
Crushed him by 6.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of guys out.
That's 5 more than I needed.
A possible IR violation.
Oh shit! Somebody call up Adam. Get him.
You mean Andy? Wasn't it Sheriff Andy?
Nope.
No, it was Adam.
Well, they're practically the same person.
Yikes. Travis, who you playing this week?
I play Brad. And he's only favored to beat me by like 179 points, so it should be a pretty close one.
Dude, you can cover this one. I believe you.
Dude, I don't know. I might just like sell everything I have just to put up a monster week 10 lineup just to beat Brad and then, put myself in the fucking dumpster for the next 3 years.
I mean, tomato. I think it's worth it.
Fucking tomato. Who do you play?
Danny. Dude, I'm just looking to give him that win. He's coming for my longest losing streak in the AFC. He's only 1 game back.
Hold on to it.
I'm not about to let him take that from me. So
the key is that you want to be at the bottom. You want to be just above the shitbird men will fail.
Well, I mean, that's like literally impossible for them to catch me, I think, on that. Because, it's impossible for them to pass me on that. So I'm clear there.
Is Josh getting it this year?
He's got the lead on it by somebody else. Chris has 2 wins. So Chris can take it. But
actually, Chris has – oh, no, I'm looking at it.
I mean, Chris is averaging like 27 more points than him.
I accidentally looked at Luke's team, and I was like, God damn, Josh is averaging a lot of points. Why is he 1-9?
1-11.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like we need to give out our own AFC one, but Randall's been beat up on enough.
You want to make the Shipperd Medal of Fail a conference-specific thing?
Just if it lands on a certain team.
Dude, then you have like a partner in misery, though. It takes away some of the sting.
That's true.
Does it have sting? I don't think it stung that much.
Did Matt actually
not,
get it that year? Did he?
I thought it
Maybe it
did.
was 2012. I don't remember.
Where's our history? Where's the league history?
Yeah. We're going to have to change the show title to just guesses.
Not even that. Just fucking winging it.
Because Nils won it one year.
Yeah, and Jai won it the first year, didn't he?
Oh, shit. I forgot about Jai.
I don't think Matt's actually won it despite it being named after him.
I think he called it that because he originated giving it to someone.
Surprising that Matt names it after himself.
Yeah, very surprising. He's usually so humble.
Yeah, so last year, Kurt and Nils both were 2-14, but Kurt edged him out by 11 points.
Kurt edged him. I don't remember that part.
I don't take anything back. Then the first year,
Jai.
Jai was 3-11, so yeah, he got it that year.
What did they add for Kurt's? What was Kurt's little...
Kurt didn't get it.
Oh, no, Kurt didn't win it. That's right. Yeah. Pal Jai. Nils.
Well, now we solved that mystery. What else do you want to do, gang?
Well, the
Did I
show's about
say,
to wrap up.
yeah, that was a solid 57 minutes of just pure
Content.
adrenaline-filled content. It was like watching the movie Crank and then Crank 2 back-to-back, but on 2 times speed.
I cannot fathom.
Yeah, we already established you're having a hard time with numbers. So.
Touche. On that note,
Can we beg for not only hashtags but questions for next week?
I more so want hashtags and when we're really bored, what team should we just shit on?
Okay, so those are the 2 assignments we're giving to
That's
the three listeners of the show.
Also, please do not put any research, just whatever comes to the top of your head.
So give us your best hashtags. He loved Crank. You would, DJ. So best hashtag and give us some effing questions. You know, if you don't want to have another show like this, give us some questions.
Yeah, we can just sit here and talk randomly for an hour like today.
Very true.
Whatever.
I'm not playing an outro, so
Hashtag whatever for our show.
yes.